I got a big question. I just want you to tell us why, because I think all of us should have more friends who write manifestos. Why should we all sign your manifesto?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of truth to that. But I also think you can't have an honest faith that's a safe faith. So you have to play dangerous in certain ways.
Okay, so what's your question? We got 5 minutes with Nathaniel.
I got a big question. I just want you to tell us why, because I think all of us should have more friends who write manifestos. Why should we all sign your manifesto?
Wait, you wrote a manifesto, bro? So you are communist? No, like what? What was your manifesto, bro?
It was me, J. Max Wilson, and Jeffrey Thane, and the two of us. We were just looking at kind of the Desnat folks and the Pragmo folks, and we were like, neither one of those is the way. And we just wanted there to be an option for folks who were genuinely and unapologetically believing, like Book of Mormon is true, Church is true, Russell M. Nelson, Prophet of the Lord. We wanted folks who believed all those things, but who also weren't looking to dunk all the time or start fights or just be like fundamentalist about it.
Okay, hold on a second.
Check all these boxes.
Is nobody else appreciating the irony of a man that has a Mandalorian skull behind him saying that this is not the way? Like, am I the only one that's noticing this? All right. So what did your manifesto say? Like,
it was basically like, hey, there's a way to synthesize these things. You can be faithful, but still be open-minded. So, like, you can be a staunch defender of the church, but still be kind and loving. And, there's all these anti-nice people, and there's some truth to that. Like, nice is kind of the same thing. But you can be, like, nice, like, sometimes without giving up on your beliefs.
Your mic's not on. Hold on. You got the green one, right? Okay, I got you on now. I got you on, bro. Talk.
Okay, I was just going to say, my mic on?
Yeah, it's
Is
on.
It working? So I was just going to say, I actually have an issue with all the labels that are being put out there, period. Okay? I think President Nelson's talk on limiting labels is one of the most impactful on me in a long time.
Oh.
And specifically because labels do pigeonhole people, but also because of this. Because there are really only two labels that I care about as a follower of Jesus Christ. And that is it true or is it false? Right? And that ultimately is, in my mind, what it's all about. So when whatever idea is out there, whatever institution out there, the question is it true and is it false? And actually, when you get into it, the nuance is that yes, you will find truth amongst people of a particular label, and you'll find falsehood amongst those of a particular label. So the label is a quick way for us to sort of put something in a box and then put it in either the good category or the bad category. And I honestly, I hear Cardin over there talking about liberals and progmos and all the different labels. And I'm here, and this is a newer thing for me, I'm here saying, I'm over the labels. I don't even like talking about progressives and conservatives because there's too much generalization that happens, and I want to get into the specifics.
We do kind of need to go old school and just calling them the unwashing.
Oh my gosh.
The filthy, you're right. I think we need to simplify things.
See, I like labels. I just think you got to not apply them to people.
Here's one thing.
It's the ideas that are progressive or conservative. And that's what you got to keep in mind. I think the whole, we should just get away from labels, that comes up every often. And there's definitely truth to it. You should not apply the labels to yourself because it pigeonholes you. You shouldn't apply the labels to other people because it's just a way of dehumanizing them. But when we're going to be talking about currents of ideas and arguments and trends and fashions that are flowing through society, trying to do that without labels, good luck.
Yeah, that was the first job that Adam had, was label all the animals. What are we supposed to say?
We're forgetting one important thing.
What?
This is what Patrice O'Neill talked about. He talked about telling the truth while shoving marbles up your butt. So if you have a math teacher...
Look at his face!
Hear me out. I won't demonstrate. And you say 2 + 2 is 4. And you go, 2 + 2 is 4. He's teaching the children correct math. But he said 2 + 2 is 4 while he's shoving marbles up his butt.
What?
Now, yes, Jacob, you're right. The message may be true.
We're all waiting
but the way
for
you're
this,
communicating the message is very unhelpful, which is why these labels can be helpful, certain Twitter hashtag people may deliver a truthful message while they're shoving marbles up their butt. And by that, I mean creating a ridiculous meme. Okay, Joe Smith was a prophet. The photo attached is you with a bat, Photoshop Lorenzo Snow's face on, beating up a kid with a rainbow flag. Joseph Smith is still a prophet. However, you just shoved marbles up your butt when you said that.
Okay,
and
I never put that meme out there.
No,
I don't know.
I know.
Is this being directed at me?
No,
It's not
no.
my meme.
But
He's just saying the way you do things matters in a very odd Patrice O'Neill
because
kind
it's
of
a
analogy.
really funny stand-up bit you should go listen to. It's really funny kill 10
Yeah,
minutes.
but what I
O'Neill's
found
hilarious.
is that oftentimes our differences are not in the tactics. Oftentimes how you sell an idea is one thing. Let's say we all agree that XYZ is true.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all say, okay, we all believe this is true. What's the best way to get that message out there? That's a matter of tactics.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that most of our differences that we actually are dealing with, both in society and largely within the church, is that we don't agree about what's true. And so what I tend to look at is I like to get into the specifics of a specific thing and figure out, well, what do we actually believe is true and false? Because that's the level of labeling that is most fundamental. And
yes,
important.
however, though, Nathaniel's rad ox, though, that is the way we can actually do what you want. Because unfortunately, the
By
labels
shoving
we've
marbles
created
up
have-
our butts?
No. Okay, that
Well,
was a
okay.
figure of
This
speech.
is-
Don't shove
I'm
marbles
sorry,
up
I'm
your
still
butt.
sitting here
Nathaniel is
uncomfortably.
not shoving marbles.
No
Yeah.
one is doing that. I
He's
just
wishing
wanted
he
to-
hadn't have come on for the second part.
No, but what I'm saying though, unfortunately, Twitter is a wasteland of despair,
It is.
and the tribes have already been set. And they will never go away. Okay, what I liked about the Radical Orthodoxy Manifesto was that it did away with the people you don't. Nobody who was tweeting hashtag Radox was shoving marbles up their butt in the way the Progmos and the Desnats were. So you can get an actual conversation going. Whereas the other two groups, you can't. It will never be possible because any comment you want to bring up with Progmos or with Desnats, you're going to have 95 responses from an account made 2 minutes ago with a ridiculous username, and they're just there to troll. What I liked what you did is you made things serious, and people got upset that you guys are being serious because they were not there to be serious. So how can I really communicate with people about what doctrine is true or what's not true when they themselves do not want to communicate in a way that can actually make a beneficial conversation?
Yeah, they're not there to have a conversation to learn more about one another and about the gospel. They're there to dunk on people, which I don't think is what Christ wants us doing.
I also just
Gregor,
want to point
didn't you
out
make
that
a
we
video?
didn't have a hashtag, and that was deliberate. Like, we used it a couple bit when it first came out, but we're not doing that. Like, we're not trying to build a tribe. Like, Radical Orthodoxy, try turning that into like an adjective. It's not. It's like the
Radox is kind of cool though.
I think Radox.
Radox is kind of cool. And
I'm
we
going to
briefly-
write a movie script where the villain dumps some Radox in a lake and it creates like a Ninja Turtle Shredder hybrid or something. And I will hashtag Radox and Nathaniel Givens and people will start being like,
look,
what?
The ox is the symbol of the tribe of Ephraim. And so if you had like a rad ox as your logo, you could market this so well, Nathaniel.
No, we thought about that, and we very intentionally did not do it because the world doesn't need another tribe out
That's
there
true.
like
That's
drawing boundaries and picking fights. And so there's no hashtag, there's no logo, there never will be. That's not laziness. That's not an accident. That's a deliberate
intentional.
choice.
It's funny. I thought seriously about signing the Radical Orthodoxy Manifesto myself and wanting to be kind of
I think I
fully
might have
endorse it.
signed that actually.
My whole reason behind not signing it, honestly, was because the only label that I want to take on associated with my faith is that of a Latter-day Saint. And so I say, I'm not Desnat, I'm not, any of those
But
things.
you have a beard.
And so did Moses.
Okay.
Now, that's not provable, but I'm just going to
Yeah.
continue.
Hey, not all of us can grow beards like you, Brad. We're all just trying. But my point is just this. I actually am very, very cautious about the labels because people want to throw labels and put them on me or on other people. And to me, it's like the only label I care about is that I'm a Latter-day Saint. And if someone can show me from the perspective of a Latter-day Saint that I'm not acting like a Latter-day Saint should, well, then that is where I will, I'll correct course because that's the label. That's what I want to be. I want to be a faithful disciple.
Well, Michelle Stone's about to come on the show, so we'll see how this plays out. That's going to be very exciting to watch.
All right. This is Midnight Strike Through Mormons. We'll see you guys in the next program.